Hello, and welcome to our video series on Kanban. My name is Brian Tu, and I'll be your guide as we explore the many different aspects of implementing a Kanban system and successfully seeing your flow of work improve. This course is not intended to be a passive experience, but an active one. So we've built a few knowledge checks and workshops that you can try out as we go along to accelerate your learning. So now, on to our introduction to Kanban. Kanban, which literally translated from Japanese means visual signals, is a streamlined and focused way to get things done. In a nutshell, Kanban is a lean scheduling system developed in Japan by the Toyota Motor Company, intended to match inventory with demand and achieve higher levels of quality and throughput. A Kanban system uses visual cues that tell you what to produce, when to produce it, and how much to produce. There are many examples of Kanban systems in everyday life, such as your local bakery, when you take a ticket to have your order fulfilled, having materials produced at a print shop, or, one of my favorites, ordering from a sushi restaurant. A typical sushi menu like this is a great example of a Kanban. Customers indicate which items they would like and how many of each. It's simple and efficient, which is why your order always seems to be fulfilled precisely as you requested. So what problems are we trying to solve with Kanban? Well, let me start by illustrating with a couple of examples. Imagine a functional team of front-end developers who take on work items prioritized by a customer or manager. As they are asked to do work, they have to coordinate with separate teams of back-end and middle-tier developers, designers, quality assurance, release management, and potentially other shared services who have different priorities and different managers. This example holds true for any type of team that is reliant on others outside of their control to get work done. Trying to get your work into other teams' backlogs, constantly hearing that's not our priority, and constantly feeling the pain of not being able to finish what you've started and having to shift to other priorities that other teams are bringing to you is one of the major sources of waste in organizations. Kanban helps to solve this. Let me share another example to help reinforce the need to move to a continuous flow system that clearly defines what it means to be done. This was one of my early experiences with Scrum. Our team was working in 3-week sprints, and we would consistently deliver working software at the end of our sprints. We were getting a lot done, had great demos, our customers loved us, and we felt like a great team. However, after we finished our work, after 7 sprints, we learned there would be a 3-month regression and user testing phase to test all of the work we had completed. To make matters worse, we missed the quarterly release cycle by a couple of weeks and had to wait another 2.5 months in order to release to our users. At that point, we realized that even though as a team we felt we had been doing pretty well, in reality, we were only improving our part of getting the work done. And the true benefit to users would only be realized if we could optimize our full value stream and improve the way work flowed all the way through the system from concept to cash. In summary, here are several significant problems we're solving with Kanban. Handoffs, silos that are slowing us down, no clear definition of done, questioning what the real priority is, lots of multitasking and context switching. Work isn't visible or transparent. Work is not moving to completion fast enough. And team members are stuck or churning on their individual task. Or maybe it's just the need to have a more streamlined way to get work done. Kanban is less about finding the perfect process and more about continuously improving your process. Part of this is through establishing better communication through visual management, which leads us to 7 key principles you should think about as a team on how to implement your Kanban system. I'll do a quick overview of these guidelines and principles. However, we'll do a deeper dive into each of these in our next videos. The first is visualize the workflow. Usually some type of board, whether it's a physical or electronic board. Next, limit your work in process or WIP. In other words, limit how many things you're doing at once. Measure and optimize flow. You can only improve what you can measure. Next is make process policies explicit and ensure the whole team agrees to how the process works. Implement feedback loops. We need feedback from the team, from the customer, and usually with some type of regular cadence. Next, eliminate blockers. We should know how to handle anything slowing us down. Improve collaboratively and evolve experimentally. We usually start with what you're doing today and then adjust as we learn. So let's discuss a few additional reasons why we would use Kanban instead of other Agile frameworks. Well, first of all, it's very lightweight and fluid. Also, it allows teams and customers to change priorities on the fly. You don't even have to wait till the next sprint. We respect current roles, responsibilities, and titles, and only change is needed and as we learn and mature. We create a pull system for work to flow rather than a push system that often causes queues. The focus of Kanban is achieving an optimal, sustainable throughput. And it enables the team to visualize the workflow to identify bottlenecks and constraints and any other issues with the system. Now that leads us to when we should use Kanban and what types of teams would Kanban be a good fit for. Well, any type of interrupt-driven environment, such as support teams, help desks, or even shared services, can utilize Kanban. Also, repetitive work and maintenance teams, reporting and data warehousing teams, and infrastructure and operations teams, which have a lot of the same work going on. Kanban is also great for highly specialized teams, such as database administrators, user experience, and DevOps teams. And it's great for non-software teams or business teams, such as marketing, sales, HR, legal, and others. We also run programs and portfolios with Kanban systems. It's great to be able to manage a portfolio of projects or initiatives. And finally, it can be great for teams that are just struggling with Scrum. We don't throw away all the Scrum practices, rather we keep the practices that are working and provide a planning framework, but we implement more of a continuous flow system, a concept we sometimes call Scrumban, which we'll actually address in one of our upcoming videos. Now, to sum up, Kanban provides a pull system that allows for a steady flow of work that reach 100% completion by helping your team manage day-to-day development with minimal overhead and effective team collaboration. We'll get more into the mechanics of how a Kanban system works and how to start implementing your Kanban system in our next videos, starting with visualizing your workflow. But first, let's do a quick knowledge check to see what you remember from this section.